learn to love this woman. Learn about her, and never think you're doing too much.
This week on He's a Guy, the guys ask, how do I really know she loves me and more?
Dating as a guy.
I got catfish. Women have no game.
You think dating is easy when you're a guy?
Said, hey, how you doing? So you're also never mind.
The girl pretty much told his girl that he was breathing so hard. So I got insecure about my breathing for years.
But the dating L's, they're real.
Yo, Craig, can't wait till later, bro. This is my time, bro.
And yes, we're talking the bill, that awkward dance.
Yo, why you sweating? I'm like, it's not because of you, babe. I'm hot.
I went to the bathroom, or fake went to the bathroom, tell the waitress, yeah, I suck a bit. What the hell was he doing?
The awkward moments.
Why do men ghost?
You reached the right person.
This is He's a Guy, and love has everything to do with it. Episode 23 of He's a Guy.
Welcome back to another episode of He's a Guy podcast. I'm here with the guys, man. How you guys doing today, bro? How you guys feeling?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Mm.
Like it's a different day, you know what I mean?
That's dope, bro.
You're crazy.
Yo, hope you guys are feeling as good out there as we are right now. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. He's a Guy podcast on Instagram, YouTube. Please do subscribe. That little button right here. A little button, red button. Subscribe, please. Thank you guys. Been doing a great job.
TikTok, Spotify, we're everywhere, brother.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Come on.
Don't leave that out.
Come on.
You know about TikTok.
I don't. I just know we're on it.
Oh, man. Let's go around the room a little bit with a little mental check-in. How you guys doing, bro? Let's start with T today. How you doing?
I'm feeling good, man. Honestly, just to be here with the guys. Today was a decent day. I'm a little tired.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting through. You guys give me energy. When we start laughing, energy comes all back.
Boost.
So, you guys are some funny guys. Underrated.
Yeah, I feel like I get this thing called the zoomies when I'm around you niggas, right? The zoomies, it's like this, I don't even know, like you said, like a boost of energy, but it's like silliness.
Yeah.
It's like a jolt of, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, essentially that's what I'd call it, like a zoomies. But like, I definitely concur with that. So
You know what I like too? We're actually friends. You know how some guys do podcasts, they don't like each other, low key?
tell something's going on in there.
Yeah, like they don't like each other.
It's a business thing.
Like I see you guys outside of this.
Yeah, facts.
Sometimes it's hard, but we see each other outside of this.
Yeah.
So, you know?
Yeah, we definitely relate well.
Bare jokes.
You're so serious, man.
Well, me, nah, I'm tired, but I'm here.
Sorry, bro.
Zoomies.
Man.
Throw some of that your way, no?
I told them we catch something.
How you feeling though? You all right?
Yeah, I'm blessed, brother. You know, happy to be here. Another day, another dollar. You know what we do. Why you breathing like that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, bro. You look tired. You
Sooner than later, you know. I'll be there. I'll be there soon.
All right, let's pick it up, bro. I'm all right. I'm good. Doing well. Like I said, I get that joy, that energy, so it's blessed. Yeah, looking forward to a great week, to be honest. I like when this happens at the top of the week. Kind of kickstarts my week with positive energy, you know? Positive energy. You heard that one.
That's what shook my head. I'm like, oh, the energy's coming your way. I feel it, bro.
Let's get him back up. You know what? Because the truth behind this episode is we had a guest intended. And it didn't. That's not how it played out. So it's like, and so we're just being dynamic and
making lemonade.
So you think that's what ruined my mood?
No. We're just saying that.
I'm about to say, I didn't ruin my mood. I'll tell you guys that. My mood's not even ruined, you know? I'm just
Put it back like defensive.
Like to ease into it, you know? Can't come off like, yay! Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you just
you know what I'm saying? I felt like that was a shot at me.
No, bro. We're saying like we're still doing this despite some setbacks.
Brother, I told you how I felt. I felt like it was a shot at me. It could have, I dodged it though, you know? I'm back.
Yeah. All right.
We good.
Yeah, what you saying, man?
I'm doing good, man. The third person on here tired, but you know, we're making it work.
Yeah.
I actually just wanted to give a shout out to my lady, my family, everybody that makes it possible to to be here with you guys. You know,
I like
coming from work and coming from a long day at work.
You know what I'm saying?
And being able to shoot, you know, without them, man, I wouldn't be able to do this. So shout out to them.
Sheesh. I like this episode that we have today. Men and dating. Dating as a guy. Not for real. We're gonna get into some touchy ones today. Some topics, some points that I feel like are widespread knowledge, but also, you know, from a guy's perspective. I don't know if we dive in and talk about these things in depth. We kind of just do them, and we leave the wonder as to why we do them. You know, so not to say that we're experts on this, but we're gonna give you guys a little, you know,
Insight.
How we feel.
You know what I mean? So first question I have for you guys. How do I approach someone that I'm interested in? How do you guys approach somebody that you're interested in? Kind of giving away a little blueprint. This is crazy.
If I had to approach someone, put that out there, I usually start off with like, "Hi, how you doing?" Give them a compliment. You know, I usually tell them whatever they're wearing, for example, like, "That's a nice dress," you know, makes you look very beautiful. And then, you know, see how they respond to that. If it's going well, then I'll be like, "Hey, is there any way I can get in contact with you?" Right? Depending on what the contact, it could be Instagram, their phone number, whatever, you know, just to, you know, further it. And then, you know, then I would ask them on a date later on, not right there and then, "Hey, would you go out with me?" That's kind of creepy, but that's how I would do it.
I agree. How you guys feel?
I've been more of the had to happen naturally. Even if it was somebody that like I was like I wanted to talk to, it had to be like naturally, like, you know, she dropped something in front of me, like, "Oh, let me help you out." Just getting the type. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just getting the conversation started. You know what I mean? I've never really been the type to like go up to somebody and just not that I can't,
right?
But I feel like if it was for me at the time, it would happen naturally, and like we'd kind of have our conversation and just go from there and see how the conversation flows and where it goes.
I'm a mix of both of these two. Like, I was very much a let it happen naturally, but I was also like, I'm a go up to you, but I have to see the sign and come up to you. Like, I feel like women, I always joke and say women have no game. Because when women want you, though,
it's in the eyes, brother. It's in the eyes.
They just be staring at you. Yeah, it's like when you see like the stare or the smile or the vibe, you're like, okay, I could go over there. Right. And then when I go over there, it really depends. Like, I think I just say whatever's on top of my head. I can hit you with a, "Hey, how are you doing? How are you? What's your name? My name's Tashawn. Nice to meet you. I just wanted to come over and tell you you're looking gorgeous," or something, some kind of compliment, or like something to do with whatever they're doing. "Oh, like, you ate here before? What'd you get?" Like something relatable.
Right.
Or what I've been notorious for doing too is where do I know you from? Have we met before?
What if you don't know them?
That's the whole point.
The point. It works.
It's like a game almost. You know what I mean? Like, have we met? "Oh no, I don't know." I'm like, we must have met. And then like it just creates like some kind of game. Yeah. Right. And I think I was watching this guy on YouTube talking about game, and he was like, the best thing to do in a conversation is create conflict, but like a healthy one. And so if she was to be like, "Where are you from?" "You're not from Brampton. You're from Scarborough. You must be from that
playful thing."
That playful thing. When you play games, people not games the whole time, but like it's fun. Like to have banter when you first start. And like I like when there's that. So usually I try to.
How do you feel, stuff?
You know what's funny? The more I hear about it, like from girls' point of view, right? Because girls' point of view, they always feel like we have some type of game to run, you know? And I feel like that game that they're talking about is that corny game. Like, yo, like Fresh Prince shit used to do, like Will Smith used to do.
Notice you noticing me?
Huh?
I noticed you noticing me?
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Or like, "Yo, girl, you been running through my mind all day." Like, you know, them type of talks. It's like, I've never seen that in action. Like, I've never seen that be the game that
I've done it.
Same.
As a joke, though.
Same, yeah.
Like,
not like serious.
Not serious, but like when you be like,
done that. I've never done it. So okay. So essentially for me, again, I'm not 6 foot. I'm not the most handsome. Like there's discrepancies I'm going to. All right, chill. There's discrepancies. There's discrepancies that I go through that other people that might have, you know, privileges and not having to do some things. So for me, it's always been I'm gonna approach. There's been a 1-2 times where I haven't had to, but I'm blessed enough with, I guess, the gift of gap. So I know how to just go up and speak, and then the social cues of knowing, okay, this is too much to talk about, or knowing, whether to cut this off or keep going. Or at least I think so. So I've always been the one to go up to you and just honestly ask your name, or like, how are you doing? Ask your name, find something relatable if the cause finds it, finds need to be. But for the most part, I don't even want to ask you for your Instagram. I don't want it. I just leave you with that like gem of, you seen me, I seen you, and if we run into each other again, then I know it's something to do, right? But I don't think I've ever pushed the envelope. Like I remember I used to even do that in university. I used to just, all girls you'd see, whatever the case is I used to go be like, yo, hey, what's your name? My name's Steph. Breeze, done.
But university is a different game. You know you're gonna run into them again.
Exactly, that's where I learned it.
I have brothers that call that planting the seed.
Planting the seed.
You know what I mean? Hi, nice to meet you. Keep pushing.
Yeah, gone.
Because you didn't do what might have been expected of you either.
Right.
Like, oh, he's gonna come get my number. Oh, he didn't? He's mysterious.
That's my bad. That's my bad. Definitely my bad.
Mysterious guy with the good hairline. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that?
You, brother.
Chill. Okay, so second question now. How do you guys know a girl is into you?
I think Deshaun mentioned it. It's the eye contact, or like the look up.
Oh, that one's crazy.
That one
that's a freak. Up and down check. That's a freaky one.
Yeah.
Up and down check.
I actually watched a podcast.
Hey, just nodded. I say that.
Wherever you guys have been.
I actually watched a podcast, and they did say that like humans like animalistic kind of letting you know, like not like so blatant like that, but like if you connect eyes with somebody and they like kind of like, it's like a tell, like, okay, they're into you or whatever the case is. But
go ahead.
For like the looks, listen to me. When I make a joke and you laugh, and sometimes I don't make a joke and you're still laughing, I'm like, all right, I know where this is going.
Absolutely.
And then the whole look up and down, you're flicking your hair. I'm like, all right, this is in the bag.
Yeah.
I don't even gotta do too much.
Yeah.
And that's all I know.
I would agree with that too. The extra laughter.
Yeah, like
I didn't even get a joke back. You know what I mean?
hey, how you doing? You're so funny.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's how you're doing.
When I start to get like smiles, and you could tell they're not, for that's what I'm saying, some social cues. I might be assuming as well, but for me, when I come across different conversational pieces or whatever, and you're constantly smiling I just feel like not a lot of women smile with people or smile in situations they don't want to be in.
Exactly.
So
I find too much laughter is too much, though. That would throw me off.
that would throw you off?
Yeah.
Nah,
Too much? You're not into you though?
Not. It's not even. Maybe it's an ick.
Okay.
Maybe that might be.
It all depends on how they're laughing.
You're turned off.
Yeah, it might be a thing for me. Too much laughter, because it's like you said, like, hey, my name's Terrell, and I'm like,
laugh is crazy. The laugh sounds like that.
That's what I'm about to tell you. It all depends on the laugh. If it's a cute little laugh, you're so funny. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Then your deep voice come out. Oh, you doing later? But if it's
you guys do those? You guys getting your deep voice back?
I used to on the phone.
Absolutely.
On the phone.
Absolutely. I couldn't wait past 10 o'clock.
Even on the voicemail. You reached the right person.
With Future playing in the back. I couldn't wait for at 10 o'clock to say, yeah, man, how you doing, man?
My voice screeches too much, like it gets too high, so it never really worked for me. My voice,
but your voice is deeper.
That's what I'm saying. But then sometimes when I'm talking, it gets really high and it sounds like I'm screaming. So the deep voice thing, like it would.
I don't do the voice thing, but the eyes though, the eyes are like a tell, and how slow the eyes move is a big tell. Because I remember when I was bartending, I could tell which women were single and which were not, and it was eyes. Those women who were not interested, they don't look at you. It's almost like they're looking through you. They're not making eye contact. They're not even like, they're just like
the ones that are interested are gazing.
Like like you see them, and if they look down, that's crazy. That's like,
why are they looking there?
Yeah. you're looking me up and down. That's like, that's animalistic.
Okay.
That's real into me.
How do you guys make a good first impression on a date or a meetup or a link up or whatever you guys want to call it? But how would you guys say that you guys make a good first impression?
Be on time. Why you laughing?
Facts. Be early.
Like, be on time. Like, if you're really interested in somebody, you're gonna be on time.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not, whenever you get there, oh, my bad, I got caught up in traffic. Like, you just start lying and saying things that but you weren't interested in being on time. So my thing is, you're gonna be serious about the date, be on time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going for. Because if she wasn't interested in the date, like, I know women, I don't want to say all women, they're either going out to eat or get a free meal.
Yeah.
Or they're really interested in you.
Yeah.
So if they're interested in you, be on time. That's all I would say.
I think for me to leave a good impression is kind of like two things.
Was it leave a good impression or
make a good impression?
Make a good impression. Yeah, I think two things: being like chivalrous, opening doors, and being polite. But I also think how you treat people.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good impression. Like, you know, are you thanking people for thank you for this food, thank you whatever, or like being polite to people, because I know women do like that, like for sure. Like, oh, yo, how you treat people is obviously how you're gonna kind of treat me. So I think that's a way to definitely leave a good impression.
Yeah,
on women.
I will agree with Dion on that one. I'm definitely a person to be well mannered and chivalrous. I feel like that leaves the lasting impression, because like, wow, he's doing something that's like old fashioned in a sense, or if like kind of reminds them of, I mean, maybe what their dad may have done for them or whatever. It just leaves like that good imprint. How about you, T?
For me, I would say like curiosity and interest. Like, I think this is one of my strengths, to be honest. Like, when I'm with somebody, you feel like I'm there. Like, I'm not on my phone. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not answering. I'm literally like asking questions. Like, I think for me, that's what really leaves a good impression. Is like, he actually was listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
He actually sees me. He actually was curious about me. Want to know more. Like, I feel like I'll ask questions. Well, tell me more about that. Like, where'd you grow up? Like, what's your relationship with your parents? Like, what was like, I ask all type of questions. What's the most embarrassing thing that happened? Like, I like to ask a lot of questions and like really see the person and get to know them. And like, apparently it's not a common trait.
Yeah.
So I hear.
Okay. Now, how could you guys tell if a date is going badly?
Too much gaps. I feel like there's like gap, like conversational gaps.
Yeah.
Is usually not a good sign. And it's like, it sucks because like you shouldn't have to talk the whole time. You should be able to have like be comfortable in silence. But like when you meet somebody right away, it's awkward.
Hard to have that.
Yeah, it's never a good sign that early.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if I was sitting with you guys and we weren't talking, it wouldn't really, I'd be like, okay, we're not talking right now, so whatever.
Yeah, when you see a girl on her phone across the table from you.
I was about to say that. When they pick up their phone and go on the phone.
Yeah.
And they're just like, you guys just sitting there on your phones?
I started to get images like, yo, she probably text that next man. He starts saying like all these bad things. Like,
yo, Craig, you can't wait till later, bro. This is my time, bro.
Ooh, Craig.
I just feel like when I lose my girl, I'm gonna lose her to a guy named Craig.
You know what I'm saying? or like she's texting one of the homies like, yo, this guy sucks. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of those for me. Like I don't know how that goes, but I agree in terms of like conversational gaps. When I'm even starting to think about things I could talk about, when things aren't flowing properly for me, like I said, I'm good with conversation. So when things aren't flowing up top of my head, and I gotta start thinking like, yo, did I ask her this already? Oh shit. Okay, what else can when I start frantically moving around in my mind, that's when I know, all right, this is probably a dub.
I know it's bad from when I forgot your name and you just told it to me.
All right.
You know,
I know. Yeah,
I'm keeping it real. Like
I've never had that before.
You know what I'm saying? Like
on a date though?
Yeah, bro.
I've never had that.
Bro.
You have a thing with names though.
Yeah, I'm bad with names. But if I remember your name, that's because I rock with you.
Yeah.
If I cannot remember your name and I'm there thinking, and I'm like, how am I gonna get the name out of her? I'm like, yeah, this is not going well. Not going well at all.
On the other side of that, I have, for me, I know days going bad, like, why did I do this? Why did I do this, bro?
My God.
Why did I put myself in this situation? Now I have to text one of my bros like, yo, call me and say the house is on fire or something. Tell me you got arrested or you got into a fight. Yo. I just know it's over then.
You guys have had bad experiences like that?
When I was younger, I got catfished.
Oh.
It was like T.Wire days and whatever.
Brother.
Talking. I remember my homie was like, yo, so-and-so wants to talk to you. I said, all right, cool. remember, all right, cool, we're gonna meet up at the movies or whatever. And something just didn't feel right. I remember I was at the top of the stairs, looking down at the movie theater, I'm texting, and I seen the girl pick up her phone. I'm like, no way, this is the girl. Text again, call him, say, yo, where are you? I can't see you. Pick up the phone. I'm like, no way, this is the girl. And I had to say, yo, honestly, my bro just got locked up, bro. I got
You put that in your bro for real?
Huh?
You put that in your brother for real?
No, my bro wasn't into that kind of stuff, so I do.
You would never. How do you know when to make the first move? Like, what social cues, what type of things give off the vibe for you guys to know, like, yo,
when you say the first move, like what kind of move you doing? Like a little kiss on the cheek,
just touching her. I feel like even those things are yeah, I mean, you kind of gotta guess when that would be okay. Do you guys just boldly do it?
Yeah, we spoke about this on a couple of podcasts ago. I usually read body language and read their vibe. Like, I mean, like you guys said, it's in the eyes, you know? Like, you know, how intimate are we going to get? Like, are we getting close to each other? Like, does she want to sit on the opposite side of the table? And after sitting on the opposite side, like, you know, if I go sit with her, she comes to sit with me, how her body, you know, responding to that. If she's standoffish. You know, like, for me, it's the eyes and the hair. When you start flicking the hair and you're looking at me in the eyes, yeah, we're good.
For me, I've been bold. And I've been when I say bold, but I mean like it's
You took a risk.
Not so much like it is a risk. Don't get me wrong. Any of those situations are risky, but I've definitely done it meticulously. Like I've done it with proper thought. So for example, like putting your hand on the small of her back, for example, right? Like her lower back.
Look, you always say small of the back. Bro, like, you're the oldest man I know that. I never heard that besides you. So where is the small of the back?
Think about it back and think about the smallest part of her back. Her back will go like this.
Not the big back.
Not the big part. Smaller back. So right above
the portion, right above the bum.
Right above the bum, but right below that bigger part of her back. So it's not crazy, but it's like not one of them. You're not the bro.
I'm so glad we clarified this because I've been wondering this for so long. I don't know why I didn't ask where that was.
Yeah, smaller back, right? But I'll do that when like opening the door. I'll open the door for her, like I said, well-mannered, whatever, and I'll be like, I'll guide her in, or I'll be like, yo, walk into like if we're going to like a bar or a nightclub, whatever the case is, and I've met you there, then like I'm helping you guide through a crowd. I'll hold your hand to try to guide you through. But to me, that's just being like, again, well-mannered and or friendly to help you through something versus it being like a real you and, you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean by meticulous or well thought. But it's still a risk because what she doesn't want to be touched at all.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I would say.
Yeah, like I think kind of like building off what you both said is like there's an energy you can feel. And like as your bodies come closer together, you can feel like if you get close to somebody and they get stiff or they like kind of like back up, it's like it's not one of those. Right? Like we're not
What do you feel at that moment? What happens? I know what I feel.
Don't
like
back up.
Like I tense up too. Like, you know what I mean? Like
I do it too much. Am I disgusted? Like
You read this wrong?
yeah, no, absolutely.
there's all kind of things because it's like there could just be like she's not into me, period, or it should be like she's not there yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Or like it could be like either one of those things. We're not there yet, or she's not into me. But it's like you can feel like I feel like there's so many tells.
Yeah,
like as Terrell said, like flicking hair, eye contact, closeness. But I've read things wrong too. Usually it's kind of like even when your bodies touch, it's like if I put my hand on your leg, like is that an issue? You could tell. There's like their leg goes stiff, or they like just like you can feel when someone tenses up, and I feel it. So I'm like, okay, no, it's not one of those. Or like kiss goodnight. You think, oh, I could get a good night. Like you think everything went so well, and you go in, she's like, whoa. I don't.
But sometimes that could even be flirtatious.
What?
Like when they say the whoa. Like, yeah, nah, not today. You know what I mean? Like
like leave something for next time.
Yeah.
You ever see that before? You felt that before?
I've had it happen to me before,
Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys go to 90-10 rule, like they said.
That's the hitch rule, though.
Hitch.
The hitch rule?
Yeah,
I want to know.
You go 90 and she has to come the other 10.
10, that's how you'll know. But then you look, from what I saw, my boy looks silly now. He ain't crazy. So I don't know if I ever trusted those things. I kind of want the moment to be
I've misread the first kiss thing so many times.
Too many.
Like I've done it when I shouldn't, and I didn't when I should have.
Yeah.
And that one's tough.
So what's helped me is because also I kind of have the same experiences when I haven't done it. I get it was there in later talks down the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I kind of leave that for that to happen, where it's like, he might message me later like, yo, like, why didn't you? Like, it was there. Like, women will come out and tell you these things, whereas a guy will leave it to guess. So I've done, like, that has happened, but then adversely, when I've done it, I feel like I've had a high success rate in that, but it's like, it almost feels like maybe even in reading this, like, that situation badly, she's kind of felt sorry.
I got a pity kiss.
You know what I mean? Because I might look like,
hey, but sometimes that pity kiss, you do your thing, like, she changed her whole mind.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, to even add what you guys are saying, I think the leg touch is a thing. Like, if a girl touches your leg, that's a huge indication.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
like, she's touching you, laughing, and
anything on the chest, you know, it's a go.
The back, the leg, like something for real. So adversity to that now, how do you guys deal with rejection gracefully? And I must say, women, I've talked to so many women about, like, them getting rejected. They said if they get rejected,
it's over.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
They're finished. Like, they'll never want to feel this again, where it's like, it's become such a commonality for men.
They feel embarrassed, I think.
Absolutely, but I mean, so do we.
Yeah, but I feel like they feel like because they put themselves out there, this guy doesn't like me. Whereas we look at it like, okay, this is just another top opportunity for me to, give it a chance. And
so how would you guys say you guys deal with rejection gracefully?
I guess it depends on the rejection. Like, yeah, I would have to, it depends on the scenario. Like, you'd have to give me a scenario.
When I think about it's kind of like, it really depends on, like, how much you felt like you put into it to get rejected. Like, there's low stakes rejection.
That's true.
For example, I DM you don't answer. It's low stakes.
You try again.
It's not that serious.
Yeah.
I come up to you, you say no in front of everybody. Those stakes are a little higher because just people watching.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I take you on a bunch of dates and we hang out, we have a great time, and one day you're just like, yeah, I'm good. That probably hurt a little more. Like, it really depends. Or if you're super into it and you misread it, that's
a shot to the
that one hurts. And I'll never forget. It's not that I misread the situation, but I think Terrell actually knows the situation. Him and I years ago went on. It was kind of like a double date.
Yeah,
and I was hanging out with the girl. He was hanging out with the girl. Like, they were friends. And I remember at the end, the girl pretty much told his girl, yo, he was breathing so hard. It wasn't instant. That guy breathes heavy. And I remember, like, it hurt. Yeah. I remember I was
my breathing.
I asked him, I said, why are you breathing so hard?
Brother, I was watching a video years later on my Snapchat, and I remember hearing, what's going on, guys? And you hear, do I really breathe heavy? And I remember I was playing basketball. My mom looked at me. She goes, "You look like you're breathing really heavy out there. Is everything okay?" So I got insecure about my breathing for years.
I didn't know that. My bad, bro.
Yo, a lot of things stem from your trauma. Terrell's involvement in your trauma.
Breathing so hard. I'm like, she really wasn't feeling me and said my breathing gave her an ick. And it hurt, brother. Yeah. When someone can point to a specific quality about you and say, I don't like you because of that.
Yeah, I don't see that going.
That rejection, that hurts.
You know, the crazy part is the dates were going great.
I was just breathing too heavy.
No, like, everything was going great, but then I heard after them I was breathing heavy. I said, you're breathing this heavy?
Yeah, no, when the icks come out after, it's like, oh, man.
Or when you find out about the ick.
Yeah. You might as well not have told me.
You know what I mean? Like,
disappeared.
I don't want to, when you find out what the ick was,
okay,
that would be painful.
I feel like I deal with rejection well only because of my sisters. Like, I've just seen it.
Yeah.
So I've become better with, accepting that, you're not gonna get a W in every situation, in terms of courting a woman. So just get comfortable. That's how it goes. You shoot 100% from the field, what'd you learn?
Nothing.
It's true.
You know?
I think.
Go ahead.
I think for me, I've dealt with it really well. Just coming to the man them after, like, yo, you wouldn't believe what she did to me, dog.
Jokes out of it.
And we joke about it, so it kind of just lightens the mood, and you're like, okay, cool, whatever. You could just breeze past it, take a next opportunity, or just go to a next girl. But yeah I think
that's
it's like a coping mechanism, kind of.
Absolutely, I could definitely relate to that.
Just laugh about it, eh?
Yeah, like it just depends on the context, though.
Yeah, I think the way you broke it down is the best way to look at it. Like if it's loud,
or rejected you, but then your friend.
You know what rejection I used to take serious?
But then your friend, what? Hold on, before you go.
help us. I know where he's going.
No, you get rejected, but your friend just it works out for him. Those ones also like it's that one's bittersweet.
Yeah, you can't
I'm happy for you, broski.
That
should have been me.
Can't suss the things though. One of the rejections I used to take really seriously was the bubble. When I was bubbling a girl and she looked back. Bro. Anywho.
You want to know why? No. We're not going to anywho that.
Nah, fam, it hurts that.
Nah, I know that hurts because everybody's watching.
Yeah.
That's everybody watching. So, you're getting a little bubble, you know? And then she finally looks back and then she starts moving away.
Yeah. She stands up.
Yeah, those ones hurt as a kid.
Or she taps a friend, the friend's like... friend goes like this. And now she, you know what I mean? Started to bubble up or something. And it drifts off. Fam, what? Those crazy.
That's polite though. It could get 10 times worse. Like,
no,
give you the face and walk away.
It's facts. Yeah, that hurts, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of basement jobs.
That's a kid trauma.
A lot of basement jobs. That sticks, stuck. Oh man.
I didn't even talk about mine. Like I just thought about one and I was like, damn, this one hurt. A girl told her friend to come tell me she was interested in me. Yeah. Cool. So I walk up. Fam, this is when my teeth were messed up. I said, hey, how you doing? So the girl said, never mind. I'm telling you, bro. There's been a couple times where I'm like, I gotta fix this. I knew what it was. She knew what it was, but we didn't speak on it. She just said, never mind. I walked away. My mom said, what happened? She said, she got a man. What? You gotta lie. She said, you got a man. You know, she just remembered.
Holy fuck.
It burned. You gotta walk off. You know, you're turning the red. I'm liking, so you're turning around. I said, what happened? Nothing, bro. Let's go, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There's some bad ones, bro.
Yeah, no, it's dark out here, bro.
I have one. It's not really rejection, but like, whenever they used to mention me sweating,
yeah, anything that you're not comfortable hearing, like if it's not a compliment,
I wasn't comfortable hearing that one still.
It's not a compliment.
Conversation's good, like, yo, why you sweating? And I'm like, it's not because of you, babes. I'm hot.
Yo, you know, it's crazy. I hear that now. Even from my child, I hear it now where she goes, yo, why your hands sweat so much? I be like, don't touch me. don't point that out right now.
Wipe my hand, yo.
I'm saying it's not even that bad. What's going on, guys? This episode is brought to you in part by .com Barber and Hair Services. Celebrity barber, regular day barber, we got what you need. We'll even come to you. Follow us at .com on Instagram. Okay, so we're gonna move into a serious one though, like two serious ones, back to back. See, paying for the bill. How's that? Every situation I've been in has not been the same all the time, but majority of the time, paying that bill. How's that gotta make you feel?
For me, it has to be one of those things that we talked about beforehand, or like I initiated it.
Right.
But if you're telling, like, I remember back in the day, a girl had like said, let's go to the movies. Mm-hmm. She tried to like walk off. When we got to the movie, she tried to like walk off and like go on her phone. I remember she came back and she's like, grab my ticket. I'm like, no. But context, I had a point to prove that day. Like, I really had a point to prove. But like, if I go out of my way and say, yo, we're gonna, like, I'm like taking you out to dinner or whatever, we're going somewhere, and I plan this, like, I would always pick up the bill kind of thing. But it's like such a touchy topic because it's like you can't even really talk about it too much because then there's expectations and whatever. But I don't know if I could, like, these days, I couldn't do it in this day.
Just as high now, dad.
Yeah, fam. Because it's not even like, it's the expectation has expectations.
Yes.
Like, you're taking me out to dinner and we're going to.
But that's my thing. So I relate to what you're saying in the sense that you're talking about like if I'm making up the plan or I initiate this or whatever. But when you start being like, okay, so when are we gonna go out? Like, I don't know if everything's still to be understood as.
That's an initiation by me, though.
Is it?
When are we gonna go out?
If
Yeah.
if she's the one saying it to you, is that you initiating now?
I guess, yeah.
But it's still to be expected upon me to now pick up the bill. I didn't ask you to go out. You're asking me.
It's hard. It's a vibe.
I don't even think it's hard. I just think like if you're not willing to pick up the bill, you're not interested.
Thank you.
As a man.
As a man. If she's like, oh, maybe we should go out, you're not interested in that girl.
No. So, okay.
If she's even suggesting, because if she's the first one to suggest that you guys should go out and do something, it's not that serious for you.
Why though?
Because if you won't want to court the woman, if she's the one always pressing you, like, when am I going to see you? When it's not that deep for you. That's my opinion. So, but if she's the one to invite you out and then you go, I mean, I think the assumption is the person, we're either splitting it or it's on her. In my mind, if she's like, hey, I want to take you to this thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking either we're both paying or you're paying.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not inviting me to something expecting me to pay for you. That to me doesn't really make any sense.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that, like, if you're not, as a man, and I feel like we talked about this before, it's like, yeah, like if you're interested in a woman, you will be like, hey, I'm interested in you, and you will do something about it. Yeah. But if you're not willing to do that, you're not that interested, in my opinion. So it's like, if you are interested and you ask a woman out, yeah, it's on you to pay.
I just have progressional steps with that. So I feel like that's touchy for me, because some people's speed at going out or going to link with somebody or like going on a date might be quicker than the steps that I want to take. Do you see what I'm saying?
I agree with you there. So to that point, I think that to get to the point of getting on a date, you have to verify that's somebody you would want to go out with.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So there's probably steps you'd have to take before that. Like, but I don't think we've always known what those steps are, but something even as simple as FaceTiming the person. If we can't hold a conversation on FaceTime, it's like, why am I going to go sit at dinner with you? You know what I mean? Like, besides being like, oh, I saw your profile and you're bad. Okay, let's go on a date.
But that's what I'm saying. Right. So that's what the progressional steps I'm talking about. If I can't hold conversations with you, or there's gaps in a text or a phone call conversation, it's like, I'm not about to go spend bread and do that. So like, I'm trying to make progressional steps in getting there and getting to know you at least. So now I have something to bring up even in those conversations where I see you face to face. But it's like, I feel like sometimes people are moving at too quickly a speed where it's now like, yo, we got to go on a date to show that I'm interested. But it's like, I don't even know you to be that interested as yet. But that's my point of view. But on the other side, a woman could say exactly what you're saying in terms of me not being interested because I didn't want to take them out. But it's not that simple. So that's I guess the only way that I view it. It's like, if we've been talking for a week and it's a week and a half now, and you're like, okay, so what are we doing? Like,
to answer all you, I don't think there's no right or wrong answer. It's all it's
feel.
You. It's you, not a feel. It's you. Do you want to do it or do you not want to do it? For me personally, I always pay for the first date. There's not a question. I'm not. It doesn't matter whose idea it was. I'm gonna pay for the first date.
Was the question first date though?
Nah,
just pick up the bill.
Okay,
pick up the bill. But I'm saying, if we went out on first date, I'm paying for that.
Yeah.
I don't mind paying for the second one. I'm starting to watch how things are going. And if it's not going good after the second or first date, then
what's the issue with the I don't pay for food?
I understand. So then we can go do something else, because I'm not going to continue to pay for food if you're not interested.
I want food, but I just don't pay for food.
So go make some dinner, eat, and then we could go out to a movie. we can go, you know what I'm saying? There's other things you could do than go to a restaurant for a date. And for me, like I said, first, second date, I don't mind paying for. The first one, I'm going to pay for. Second one, if you pick it up, and the second one, I'm like, oh, damn, like, she might be a keeper.
Yeah.
Right? And then I just go step by step. And then if it's like you said, you always want to go out to eat, nah. Go eat at home or go eat somewhere else. And then we can go for ice cream. We can go sit down at a park. We can talk. We can do other things. We don't always got to eat.
Yeah.
So step by step, to be honest.
Yeah. The willingness is the big thing for me too. Like, you know what I mean? To see.
Like you pick up a bill.
Did you reach for a wallet?
Yeah.
Did you?
So if she does the fake reaches, it still matters.
Oh, you could tell.
You could tell with his fake.
Yeah, you could tell the gym.
Because I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call the bluff. All right.
Sit there.
You know what?
You got it?
You know what? I left my wallet in the car. Oh, go get it. Here's my keys.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, nah.
But my mentality has definitely shifted on this.
Yeah,
We're a little bit
as
more
I got
mature.
older,
Like
yeah.
back in the day, I was like,
Nah.
Like even like I used to find the whole, is it together or separate?
Yeah.
I used to find that whole thing so awkward.
Oh.
I remember there was a time I even believe I went to the waitress, like I went to the bathroom or a fake went to the bathroom to the waitress. Yeah, separate bills.
Yo, you're a fake nigga. What?
I'm like,
avoiding that awkwardness.
I didn't want the awkward situation where it was just like she's brought separate bills. It's like it's not awkward now.
I went on a date before when they asked that question, and the person did this. Like they're like, "Oh, together or separate?" You just start looking. What are you looking for?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fake look business.
What are you looking for? I was interested. So I waited. She waited, and she looked at me and looked at her. I'm like, "Were you looking for something?" She's like, "Just together."
See,
and I just knew this was never gonna work again.
Yeah.
Because what I just saw was nasty work. That's dirty behavior.
Yeah,
you don't do that.
It is dirty.
Just look me in the eyes, and I know what you mean when you're looking me in the eyes.
High time.
Yeah, just wait. You got this.
Yeah. See, my thing about all that is one, I don't like when the waiter or waitress just come to me with I feel like it's disrespectful. What if she has it this time? You know what I mean? Like, don't just assume that I'm picking up the bill. One, that's my only thing.
It's not
I'm going to pick up the bill.
Honestly, being in the hospitality industry is not an assumption. It's just like how you guys want the bills.
Yeah, but
bring separate bills.
They don't even. We'll take the bill. Okay, cool. They pass it to me. They don't put it in the middle. They don't place it down.
I'm toxic.
They give it to me.
I'm toxic. When I'm at work, I drop it to the woman still.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not customary.
Yeah.
Regularly is
the
man or place in front of the man. And then I even don't like, I don't even like, because I'm usually picking up the bill, right? So I don't even like when the woman goes across, I know she's not paying. She goes,
to look at it. What are you looking at?
Yeah, what's the price? What's the damage? Hey, bro, you want it? Like, that's what I'm thinking, but like, don't ask. Especially if you want to pay this $250 plus bill. Like, you don't want that. Majority of the time. But anyway, moving along. Why do men ghost? And a little drop right there for you guys.
Why do we ghost? Who have I ghosted?
Is it maturity, immaturity? What do you feel? Are we it's avoidance?
I think it has a lot to do with immaturity and just not being interested fully. But you know, like you leave the ghost in a way where it's like,
I think you are interested though.
Yeah, like anything could happen.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is like, you know what, I might be dating somebody over here. I still might be a little bit interested, but if this doesn't go well, I'm gonna come back to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think a lot of ghosting happens, where you don't, because if you continue to egg this on and then they want a next date, but they want a date and it happens to clash, it's like it's getting really messy. So
I don't know what to do.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why I think a lot of people ghost, a lot of immaturity and, you know, not being honest.
Yeah.
That's when I think of me ghosting, I feel like I couldn't keep up the act anymore. That's when you go ghost. Like you tried to really be this, like, you know, you were calling, you were texting, taking them on dates. You're like, damn, like I really sold a dream here.
Absolutely.
Or like I lost interest, or it could be something, but it's like I couldn't keep it up anymore. It's like I gave you a version of me that I don't even know if it's the real me. Like I can't even do this. I was out here trying to be Mr. Romantic.
Yeah, no.
Sending you flowers, doing the most, and then I'm like, yeah, nah, not doing that no more. I can't do it. Sorry. Or if you got ick.
I think for me, going ghost is just like, selfishly to say, I kind of got what I needed in some scenarios where it's like I'm fulfilled here, but I don't know how to
tell you that.
Like I don't know how to come across with that being as shallow as it may seem, even, and properly communicate that to you. So now it's just like I'm gonna ease back, and then hopefully you make the decision. So definitely a crazy level of immaturity in that. Yeah, I mean, immaturity all the way around. There's absolutely no reason why I shouldn't be able to speak up for myself, to be honest, and let that person know I'm involved with that. Again, I just no longer want to be here, or I want to take a break from this, or you know, maybe we should see other people. Any of these things that you can say, you just don't. You kind of just fall back and hope to God it fixes itself.
I think I resonate with what both of you guys said. Like, definitely, like, kind of leaving that door open. I've ghosted just because it's like, okay, cool, maybe I can come back to this whenever I was ready. But also, like, again, obviously, we all echoed it, immaturity and communication, not knowing how to communicate to somebody and hurt their feelings. So if I kind of ghost, we avoid that hard conversation, and I don't have to tell them why I'm no longer interested, or what they have made done, or what I have made done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just kind of fizzles itself out, and then we're just
like quote unquote, hopefully you get it. Yeah, real shit.
That's the best way to describe it. You get it.
Yeah. I agree with all those things too. It's like, yeah, it's just easier to avoid things.
It's not though.
It's not really easier, but in the moment,
it
feels. It's not like long term easier, but like it feels so much easier to be like, no, I'm just gonna hide because that's what I do. If when anything's bad, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I want to fall asleep. This negative energy, like I like that's my toxic trait. Like I hide from things I don't want to deal with. Like, that's what I've been really trying to confront.
Yeah,
it's like facing the things I don't want to deal with.
Yeah,
and like that's the thing that I've been working on. But like, yeah, if I don't like something, I don't want to have the conversation. I don't want to see the person. I don't want hide from it.
Yeah, absolutely. Damn, I'm mulling over some situation in my head. Like,
you're
a dickhead stuff.
100%. We all have those situations.
Yeah, but we're young, bro, and we're learning, and
even still we're learning, which I'm sure there's still mistakes we make.
Of course.
Even now, where we avoid situations where we could say something or we could do something.
Okay. Last joint. How do you guys feel that we can better present ourselves as men? Going forward with relationships with women, how do you guys feel like we can better present ourselves? And then by what I mean is like, how can we? Yeah, like how do we better present ourselves upon that going forward? How do we
like showing up on a date, or how do you
like just overall when dating? How can men, like if we were to give off a words of wisdom type of situation, how do you guys feel we could better present ourselves and just being our authentic self instead of just trying to portray, that selling a dream or that going ghost when we get things when we want, or you know what I mean? Like even if it involves rejection, like we just don't explode or we don't like shy away now, like thinking it's all over. Like how do we just better present ourselves going forward?
I think Deshaun said it best. If you present yourself in a way that you can't keep up with, you're just setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Eventually that train's gonna run out.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna be like, I can't do this no more. Right? So I mean, showing up authentic, obviously sometimes it's hard because society we live in, but in the long run, it will work out for you the best. Because now this person likes you for who you are, not for what you bring to the table or whatever aspect is you're showing up with. But that's what I would say for me, because again, like I've said this before, like I've gotten my best reception from people just being who I am, my natural self. And yeah, same thing with dating. Like even with the person that I'm with now, I've just always shown up as myself.
Yeah.
And like who I am, my core values and stuff like that. And
I think that's always turned out best for me as well. There's definitely been times where I showed up as something.
We've all done it, bro.
Try to present myself as this big ball, this, that, whatever the case is. But yeah, when your partner gets to know you for who you actually are, you can't even lie to them. You know what I mean? Like you can't even try to pull those on. So I'm saying it's like, all right, bro. So
you got me.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel that's one of those for sure.
Yeah, like listening to Theon, just be honest, I heard Theon also say communication. I think that's key. I don't think, when dating or just talking to somebody, whatever, we don't communicate really well because we're not being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I just think of those two things that pop up in my mind. Just be honest and communicate. Right? Because I feel like what Theon was saying and what Deshaun was saying, just being honest with the person from the jump.
Yeah.
You leave it to them to make a decision if they want to continue seeing you or if they want to be with you, right? Or if they want to give us another chance, you know, maybe he was a little too honest. Let's see if this is really him or, you know, how it goes. So those are the two things that just jump out at me. Communication and being honest.
Before you go to Sean, I kind of want to ask another question. And it kind of leads into this. Why do you guys feel like women are able to give that authentic, no lie self to us, but we have to play up to something?
I don't know if
I don't think that they do.
I don't think they do
Really?
either.
No.
I think we both play the game, but I think they feel like we lead the game, so they play it back to us. But their game they play is a little different. The game we play is that we're not gonna give you all the cards, and we're gonna like keep you guessing. It feels like we're not. Their game is they're gonna whatever we say we want to do, they're gonna be with it. So for example, I'll be like, I'm not really looking for nothing serious. She'll be like, same, but she is, or she won't say what she really wants either. She'll play it back.
I guess that is lying too. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? And I think sometimes women don't see how complicit they are in that, because in their head they're like, oh, I always loved you, I always wanted to be with you, so it's really you. But it's like at the same time, it's like you weren't being honest in the situation either, because I told you I didn't want nothing serious, and you were like, I'm with that, when you really weren't secretly. So it's like I can't say women don't also play the game. Yeah, I would say like we lead the game for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But they also play it. Like they're complicit in it as well. Okay. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
Back to the original question. How do you feel like we better show up authentically for ourselves?
I think both of them really spoke to like my first part of my answer was really about like, yeah, let's stop playing the game and holding like it's not a game of cards. It's keeping everything close to our chest. Yeah. It's like be real from the jump. And when things change, be real about the change. Because that's the other thing too. We change our minds. Yeah. I could say I don't want nothing serious. And then I do. And then be real about that change. Or I could say I want something serious and then I don't. Yeah. Be real about that too. And it's like, we always keep these cards so close to our chest, and it turns into this game of like, oh, if I text her back too fast, you know, she might think I'm too into her, so I'm going to make her, like all that game stuff. Yeah. That needs to end. And I think the second part of that is what I was going to say is like, really learn to love the person that you're dating as men. Like, learn to love. Like if we're talking about a woman, like learn to love this woman. Like learn about her, and never think you're doing too much. Because one thing I've realized is like, you can actually never really do too much. Yeah. Like our version of too much in our head is like whatever to them. Yeah. Like if I sent you flowers, or I did something extravagant for you, or like showed up with rose petals all over the house, or like I went and ordered your favorite meal, sent it to your job. Like they'll never be mad about that. Yeah.
If they say too much, they don't like you.
No.
Anytime I've ever heard a girl say, yo, this guy's doing too much, it's like the way you talk about this individual is like, you don't like this person. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's something for you there or whatever, but like, oh, this guy brought me flowers. Like, that's a nice gesture. What do you mean you don't like that? Like, how's that too much?
That's true.
That's a good point. If it's your person, it's never too much. Yeah. But if it's not your person, it's creepy. When anything's creepy when they don't like you. Yeah.
I forgot to ask it, but I wanted to ask you guys when we were on the bill conversation. Sorry to bring it back there. When is a bill too much?
When is the bill too much?
So when is it too much? When you're like, no, okay, enough. We're splitting this. Like what number will make you say we are splitting this?
Okay, so two things I want to ask.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Who is this? Is she my girl already? Or is she somebody that I'm just dating now?
Somebody you're dating. Let's say it's the third date.
Oh, it's the third date?
Third date.
Oh, I still just met you.
Third date. No. Well, however you look at it.
Yeah, I'm going to tell by what she's ordering, when she's ordering it. And I'm going to let them.
But you both got to be. For it to get to that amount, it can't just be her being like, yeah, you're vibing.
You guys are ordering shots.
But what if she comes to the table like, yo, I got this, and she starts ordering this, and the third?
Brother, I know what I'm getting. I always get this. It's a salad.
It's gonna kill.
Salad, a steak, and like a mash or a baked potato or whatever, right? So we're talking like we're going to expensive spots. We're talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I go, and then I'll ask you from across the table if there's an appetizer that you would also like to share, or if you're not getting a salad, for example, so if it's calamari or if it's oysters or whatever the case is, right? But from when you start going, two like I don't feel like that's ever gonna really be the case, because I feel like women are. I've been around women where they actually are a little bit more responsive to how we're gonna pay, just because they're scared of offending us, or they're scared of running into a situation where we don't have it. So I do know some women out there, and I will give them their credit for that. That do say like shit like, I'm gonna let you choose where we go and how much we're gonna spend based off of how you're moving, and then I will respond. So I'm gonna give them their credit there. But yeah, no, I'm gonna see from the jump what we're on if you start ordering, because I already look over a menu. I can see what the most expensive stuff are. So once I hear certain stuff coming up.
But what do you do in that situation? You say, "Oh, we're splitting this now." Like, how do we navigate that?
Whatever we agreed on in the beginning is what we kind of have to go with.
Yeah, like you can't really tell her no. It's just I know it's gonna be that.
You can't switch that if it's
yeah.
Already
You hug the L.
I'm taking you on a date.
Yeah,
you hug the L, but we're not gonna
hug the L.
We're not together again.
Okay, let's look at this in the.
So hold on. What do you mean we're not together again? You just spent all that money. You wouldn't want to see her again?
Nope.
But the price that would
value me.
The price that's uncomfortable for me that comes to my mind is when we get to the $500 range.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
that's uncomfortable.
Why is dinner $500?
Yeah.
No, I think $350, $400 is where we're, because in my mind I could do a 1-2 fam where you're getting a couple drinks, both get a steak.
This guy's the prices in his head.
I do. Yo, there was a time
you heard him. He said I eat the same thing.
There was a time me and Tashawn were doing tours during COVID, going to all these steakhouses. So I'm well aware of what certain prices are. Seeing? So when you start talking about certain things, yeah, I know. Right? So when you start tallying a bill between the two of us, and I'm not even putting in the taxes yet.
It's the drinks that really get you.
It's not
really the food.
Not necessarily though. Like I remember, like even for example, like me and my girl went out to a restaurant, got like a couple apps to share, a steak and some sides, and maybe like a 2 glasses of wine, and it was like $250, $300
for the two of you.
For the two of us.
That seems
no. I'm okay with that.
Standard.
Yeah, but yeah,
so that's why I said
a $300 dinner.
And I know
because when I go out by myself, there's times it's almost like it's around 200. There's time.
Yes.
Right. I get a few drinks. I get some food. Yeah. When we're getting to 500, what the hell will we order?
Who's we?
Us.
I know what I ordered. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean. Like I kind of know. Like so that's what I mean. For me, I can say to that already. That's 1. 2. It would have been, what date are we on? Because now I know we're never. Again, because you don't have any consideration for me or my cheek. Just going out here with cash for $500.
See, you're not grabbing the small of her back when you open it.
I'm pushing the door open.
You're pushing the door open. You're going through first.
I'm pushing the door. I hope he make it before the wind gusts that door back closed. I hope he make it through.
No, I actually hear what you're saying, because like I was talking to this girl and she said we're ordering food, huh?
Store your shit.
Let that go, man. They don't know. All right. Yo, so we're ordering the food and she saw the price and she said, "Nah, babe, that's too much. That's too much to spend on all this food."
Feels nice.
And I was like, "Damn,
consideration.
You're a real one. You're actually paying attention to how much it would cost me." Because I would have bought it, no problem. But that told me something about character. The version of the person that's trying to run up your bill to 5, I pay it, but I don't know if I rock with you.
Not coming back again. Okay. Not coming back again.
No, I think that's for valid. Me, the breaking point is 5.
Yeah,
like it's 5. Like if I go out, because I like you said, the steak you're looking at anywhere between $70 to $100, depending on the steak or whatever the case may be.
20 even.
Yeah, you know, and then like the appetizers, like there's some drinks. Like we have gone out when it was the 5 of us. I ordered 2 rounds of shots and it came to like $280. I was like, what the hell is this? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? For 10 shots?
Yeah.
Might as well have bought a bottle.
Yeah.
So I just look at it as like, if my bill's gonna cost around like the $150, $200, another $150, $200, we're already at 4 plus taxes. You know what I'm saying? Drinks. So 500. Once we go over 500, my head starts scratching. I'm looking at the bill, squinting. I wear contacts. I'm like,
well, making the sound? Are you making the sound?
Yeah. My throat starts itching. And, you know what I'm
Those ones where the light, where the phone light starts coming on. Like,
You see things you never like gratuity. Like, why? I didn't ask for gratuity.
I didn't order that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
This is on my bill.
all right, you know what? Because I like you, I'm gonna let this slide.
Yeah.
But the next day,
The next?
yeah,
But I can't see you again.
I give chances, bro. Out on a date, I'll give another chance, and then
You didn't give my pocket a chance.
yeah, but you know, you knew what you're getting yourself into.
Did I?
You didn't know it was gonna be that heavy.
Right.
That's the thing. So you know, but you knew you were going on a date though. So
So the next one is like if she's not paying.
It's not even that she's not paying. You just will know from the response to the next one. Like if the next one she's trying to say, "Oh, let's do it again," huh?
Oh, that was so fun. Let's do it
We're
again.
going for ice cream next time.
See what I'm saying?
Done.
I want to get to know you now.
Do something else.
Yeah, but what she gets the big Sunday? It's $25.
It's not 500.
It's not 500, but it is more expensive than a $7 ice cream shit.
If we're doing that, I gotta see you on some humble vibes.
Yeah,
You know what
thank
I'm
you.
saying? Like
Yeah.
if that's all we're doing, sorry, I can't do it. I'm not spending $500 every night.
Every
You're
time.
not getting that time from me the first time. So
I hear you.
yeah,
There's a time I was trying to be that guy. Like, I got you, babe. Every dinner.
I can't be that.
I
guy.
can't. Like, go ghost.
What's that guy who's paying for all my dinner?
Oh man. Play the game today or what?
Yeah, I might as well. We're still here.
That's a crazy answer.
So let's talk about it. We can't assume that they know.
Yo! This guy said, we might as well. We're still here.
Let's talk about it. A game to get men to have conversations that they don't normally have. So I'm gonna pick a card. The white is more surface, blue is middle, dark is deep.
I'm gonna pick a white card.
Yeah, I'm gonna say make Juice pick a card.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Juice.
We're going white.
It's up to
No,
you,
not
bro.
whatever you pick. Don't go black.
White, brother?
I was going for white though.
White's crazy.
Why, bro? I want to see what's in there. We never go for that.
Who or what has changed your life?
Yeah, put that back over the white real quick.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Who or what, eh?
I'll start. My son.
Mm.
Makes you just, take life a little bit more serious. Somebody depending on you. Expectations now. Like, it's not like, when people are like, oh, your mom's depending on you to do this, or no, this person's depending on you to eat, go to school, clothes on their back, and just taking life more serious, where you realize, like, you can't joke around and you can't mess up. So my answer would be my son.
Who or what? Damn. Go ahead, T.
Who or what? Do I want to go with the who or what?
It's up to you.
I don't know if I have a who as much as I have a what.
I'll choose the what, bro.
It's gotta be like when I was 18 or 19 or something and I got arrested. It has to be that, bro. It's like, and it's not like I was a criminal. I was just reckless as a teenager. Just reckless. I remember like us as kids, it's like we were just doing nonsense. Racing on the highway, going 180 in Honda Civics.
I won.
Throwing juices at each other on the just doing like
bumping cars,
bumper cars on the 401, just doing switching drivers while in cruise control, like just like
I'm chill. You give it $2.
You know what's crazy? I don't think I've ever seen this before. I've always heard people talk about it. But when Tashawn went to university, bro, and we were driving, and a man cut him off, bro, you go to the next lane, try to weave through hands to get back to that person. We'd have somewhere totally next way on a route, see it? But he'd go to this person and literally try to jump them in front of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're in the intersection at this point.
He has a lot of parking beef and driving beef. That's crazy.
That's you, bro. Well, yo, I was like in those ages, I wasn't all there.
Yeah.
I wasn't all there, brother. But then like being in that situation where it's like, yo, I could lose my freedom.
Yeah.
And losing some of your freedom, for me, really like changed the course of like how I like. First of all, it's like you see the effect your actions have on people.
Yeah.
That's one thing. It's like, oh shoot, like me being so reckless could, like us doing that driving thing, like someone could have died. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you feel?
Yeah.
So it's just like just getting in trouble with the law made me reflect on all those behaviors. And I think I changed. And even I remember these two sat me down one time too, and they're just like, bro, we're worried about you, man.
Yeah, intervention.
They had an intervention. They're like, yo, you need to take life more serious. And it was just like,
I think we even told you need to find God.
you said that?
I swear, not even on a joke thing.
Fred didn't say that.
I know I didn't say that.
I think we did say that because there's so many bad things that were like happening, and we're like, yo, bro, something's got to change.
You know what it was, Steph? I'm sorry to cut you off, Deshaun. It's like we just got away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
something's gonna catch.
Yeah, eventually if we don't stop, or you don't stop, or I don't stop, or this is gonna be bad for one of us.
Yeah.
Right? And I think he was a little more reckless, but that's when we had to say, like, you know, what's going on?
I was definitely wild. So it was like, yeah, I really...
That was a change, yeah?
That was a big change. Because like now it's like, sometimes I look back at the person I was. So I hear myself speak now, I'm like, who's this?
Yeah.
Because the person I was is not the person I am today. You know, I always had a good heart deep down in there. No, it was always good. Like, it was always genuine love, but it was like,
about whatever.
I was just about whatever.
I'm gonna obviously like give grace to my fiance and my kids, obviously. Changed my life. But I want to say this podcast has changed my life.
Okay.
I think I can speak for all of us. It's given us a purpose and a reason to continue to show up each and every day. And just knowing that like we're able to not even necessarily affect change, but like give people information that we necessarily weren't privy to before, or just show people that we can show up like our authentic self, or you know what I mean? Just be able to hang out with your guys and not do something that involves like vices, alcohol, smoking, or anything like, and just
absolutely
knowing that we can go into communities and be a pillar for little kids to look up to and see like, oh, yo, look what these guys are doing. Like, got tattoos, good looking guys, and yeah, just give people purpose. I think it's really changed my life. It's like this podcast has helped me in areas of my own life of like when it comes to speaking. It's helped me, you know what I mean? Just it gives me a reason to tell people like, yo, go check out what we're doing. Like, you know what I mean? It's really giving me like a purpose, and I feel like really fulfilled.
Prideful, bro. Thank you guys for sharing.
That's a good one, brother. Yeah.
It's the best one.
Your time is now, Steph. The time is now.
So chill, Martin.
Who or what? I'm gonna say what was a big change for me was that first day waking up after like being done university. Not play basketball collegiately or anything, like just snapping into a role of like, yo, what the hell are you gonna do now? There was no more time for, oh, we're just gonna wake up, everything's planned for you. You got practice this day, you got school at this time, like or class at this time. I had to do for me what was already done for me years leading up to that. So kind of constructing my own journey and path from there was probably the biggest wake up, which again goes a little bit unnoticed or goes untold, at least by me. That was a really hard change for me. Because again, I would find ways that like what Tashawn was saying, like in just terms of like just being about whatever around my already made schedule. So it was easy for me to just turn certain things off, turn being a student off, turn being an athlete off. Like, and I could be this person now or whatever the case was. But this time now, after university, all that's done, it's like none of this is scheduled for me. I have to figure out everything for myself, or for the most part anyway, how to make money. Where else was I gonna make money? What I was gonna do to make money? Any of these things I just thought of, like just trying not to quote unquote be a waste, you know. Yeah, like so I think that was the biggest change for me in trying to how to like construct my life and my future and make something of myself after university. I think that was the biggest change for me because that was hard.
Doing a good job, brother. You're
Shit.
10 steps ahead of so many people, man. And again, back to the podcast, you're able to affect change.
Appreciate that. Yeah, man. It's a good wrap up. I like that question. That was tough. Out the blue.
Blue went hard. Blue's been going hard.
Stop hating on the Crips, bro. I'm messing with you guys.
On that note.
That's brazy.
All right. See, they too far.
Went too far.
My bad. All right, my bad. Oh my God. All right. Listen.
My bad, brother.
All right, from us to you, man. Look at it. Until you see us again, man. He's a guy podcast.
Best fish science, brother.
So you stop playing with them Crips.
Like, comment. I'm telling you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Little button right here. I'll be here. Please, if you made it this far.
Playing with them Crips in the blood.